All right, everybody. My name is Ryan. This is Trezian Racing. This is my first video. I wanted to start doing some videos to show kind of how it is to be on an amateur racing team, primarily a dirt track stock car racing team in California. I've been watching the last couple of months. I got hooked onto some of the channels on YouTube, amateur racing channels. They were 3-0 Racing. I started watching them maybe beginning of this year, beginning of 2019, and I really started kind of taking to what they were doing in their videos. I really liked kind of how they showed real footage and what it's like to be on a racing team, an amateur racing team, you know, when you're always working on the car during the week and bringing it to the track and having real problems and stuff. So I kind of wanted to do that, but I didn't see any channels on YouTube or anybody doing any videos from California. I found 3-0 Racing, like I said, and the only really other two I could find that were giving you real kind of up and close footage of in the shop and on the track were Hunt the Front, some guys out of Florida, northwestern Florida, I believe, who do mostly late model racing, but they also do some stock car racing, street stock down there they call it. And then I also found Hollis Farms, Jason, and I believe he does modified racing as well as stock car racing, and he does all those guys do a really good job of getting you up close footage of, you know, what goes on during the week as far as prepping the car and stuff. So yeah, after I researched that and I couldn't find anybody on really the West Coast at all, and mostly California where I'm from, I just kind of wanted to show how much different it is over here, and give you guys kind of an up close and personal view of what I do in the shop and on the track and try to get my car ready. I had the experience this last summer, and this is kind of what inspired me to do these videos, experience to go and see some other racing outside of California, which I've never done before. I was able to go to Minnesota and see some dirt track racing there, and also I went to Carolina both this summer, which is really cool. I'm really glad I was able to do that. I went to Minnesota for a family reunion for a week or so, and just was immediately blown away on how much different it is over there as far as the racing is. It's just a whole other world. And I'll talk for Carolina too. When I went down there, just try to go to every track I could go to and just see how it is. Not necessarily the tracks that are racing, because I was going midweek, you know, and stuff, but I was able to make some weekend races. We tried to go to as many tracks as we could, and I just was blown away on how much different it is. There was not one aspect of dirt track racing over there that's not different than it is over here in California. I mean, it's just a whole other world, and just kind of wanted to show how much different it is over here, people that are watching on that side of the country, and kind of give some insight on, you know, how much worse it is, really. I'm not really one to complain a lot, but after seeing how much different it is over there, I just had to kind of, you know, view our racing we have over here and the racing they have over there as just two separate beings. They're not even similar. Just the culture is different over here and stuff. So anyways, I don't want to get too much into bashing. I want to just more of get you guys up to speed on what we're going to be doing. I want to do some videos in the shop and on the track, some in-car cameras and stuff on my GoPro, and what else? That's pretty much it. Just those videos, and then whatever it takes to get the car on the track during the week, and the kind of struggles we go through. But I am in Knightson, California, which is kind of like Northern California, not way north, but I'm close to the Bay Area. So I race at the local track here at Antioch Speedway, which is about 10 miles, maybe 15 miles from my house. And then a couple other tracks in California. I'll get more into detail on that in another video, but this is just kind of introduction to who I am and why I wanted to start doing these videos. Anyways, I actually do want to talk about when I went to Carolina. I was able to look up 3-0 Racing and contact Andrew and try to go to one of the races he was at. I was fortunate enough to contact him and find that he was racing that weekend at Cherokee Speedway. No, it was Carolina Speedway, excuse me. And he was kind enough to let us come in the pits and hang out and kind of talk to him and see how their program is. Really kind of cool. It's like, for me, it's like meeting a famous person, you know, watching these videos and seeing how many subscribers he has, and then actually meeting him and seeing how you know, it is in real life and in person. It's just so cool over there. It's just a whole nother atmosphere, and they're just great people. Andrew's super nice guy, same as his wife, Catherine, and his whole crew too. We're just really nice people, and that's primarily the reason I want to start doing these videos and showing how it is over here. But yeah, so we'll get you updated on the shop, and this week we're racing Antioch Speedway, which is tomorrow. And then yeah, we'll go from there. And thank you guys for watching. Please go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment. I learned that one from Jonathan Joyner from Hunt the Front. But yeah, please do that, and then we'll try to get this thing rolling a little bit. I have a Facebook and an Instagram for my racing. It's just Teresian Racing. Look it up, and we'll go from there. All right, thanks guys. All right, so I'm gonna do an overview of my car. What I'm racing is a street stock or a super stock or a pro stock, or what else did I say? Limited late model. There you go. So they call them different things at every single track I go to, but just wanted to show you guys what I am racing on. It's basically a 3,000 pound car. Engine has to be lined up with the ball joint, number 1 ball joint with the number 1 spark plug. The clip car goes all the way back though. It's an older car. It was built in the 90s. Don't mind my messy shop here. I gotta do some organizing and stuff, as you can see. But yeah, I've been racing this thing for 5 years, I think. 5 years now. Basically, I had this thing since 2015, so this is my 5th full season on the car. I did skip out on a year. 2017, I only raced twice, and I wasn't even supposed to do those 2 races. I kind of wanted to take a year off, but besides that, it's got another 4 full seasons on it. So it is very heavy. I said it's a 3,000 pound car, but it is in fact 3,400 pounds. So it's old. Like I said, it was built in the 90s, and the technology back then wasn't as great as it is now. But yeah, it's got a 9-inch in it. It's a 3-link car. It actually has a stock 9-inch. It's not a floater 9-inch, but got a big 32-gallon fuel cell back here to try to get my weight up. And what else? Got to have the smokestacks up here. Everybody loves the flames that come out of this thing. It looks really cool on the track. But what else am I looking at here? I had to put a new gear in the car. I had to put the pumpkin in last night, and unfortunately with this not being a floater, these axles just don't pop out. So you can get that pumpkin out, you actually have to take the brake caliper off and the rotor, and then there's some 4 backing plate bolts back here that you have to take off to slide the axle out. So it just makes a little more work on myself, but I'm trying to fix that here one of these days pretty soon. I'm still racing on a old Saginaw Pre-Speed when everybody else is racing on like Brins and Falcons and Burts and the lightweight direct drive kind of transmission. So that's going to contribute to a little bit of why I'm overweight. But to give you guys an overview, I built the motor from scratch. I built that transmission, basically just had to freshen it up, go through all the gears and the synchros and stuff. I do all the differentials, build all my own gears and stuff. build my own bodies. There's really not a whole lot I don't do on the car. I don't make the cage, obviously. I don't have the kind of equipment here to do that. But pretty much everything else I'm doing on my own. So it takes a lot of time. And but it also saves me quite a bit of money. So this is what I'm racing on. Hope you guys like it. All right, everybody. So I'm in here in the shop, getting this race car ready to go for tomorrow. Just showing you guys what I'm going to be doing to it. As you can see, it's very bent and twisted and broken, but we're going to fix that today. As you can see, we got plenty of body work to do. We got the door and the rear quarter panel here that are all smashed up. We got to straighten out. Got to fix the Nerf bar down here. And we raced Stockton last week and had some electrical issues that have kind of been haunting us the last couple of races. I had an accident, I guess it was last month, and during that accident my master battery switch got grounded out, and it basically grounded the whole entire electrical system. And ever since that happened, been having some weird kind of gremlins in the electrical system. So it cost me a race in Petaluma, unfortunately, possibly a win. And then also last week in Stockton, it started acting up again in the heat race. So my racing partner, Johnny Evans, was kind enough to bring his MSD box that he had out of his other car as a spare and bring it for me just in case I needed to swap it out. We ended up swapping it out, but we barely made it on the track. We had like 2 seconds to go before the green flag. So we were just kind of just throwing it together, as you can see all the spaghetti in here, and just crimping stuff haphazardly like this, you know, trying to just get some kind of connection on this stuff and weird grounds and whatnot. So I got to go through that and kind of redo it for tomorrow night, make sure it's all up to par. What else am I going to be doing today? I kind of leave like the setup on the car and stuff for the last day, or the race day, I guess. Kind of do that stuff once everything else is kind of repaired, all the body work and all the running gear on the car is fixed and ready to go. So I also need to come over here and clean out this air cleaner. This has been on the car all year long. I've only had about 6 races, so it hasn't been that long, but the last track we were at, Stockton, it was very dry and dusty, and it just wreaked havoc on it, as you can see. So I got to clean that out. But besides the body work, I might have a little bit of fiberglass work to do too. I ripped this whole entire B-pillar off the car, so got to figure out how to put that guy back on. And then I also got to do some tire work down here. Got to get some different tires on here. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'll be doing today and tomorrow, and I'll see you guys at the track.